Well, we've decided to take a completely different turn because it is Friday night, and so tonight our special guests join us. Konkona Sharma is turning director with Death in the Gunge, an adaptation of a story penned by her father. After its premiere at the Toronto Film Festival, Konkona also won the Best Director award at the New York Film Festival. The film will now commercially release in India on the 2nd of June and stars Kalki, Koechlin, who's here in the studio with us. It's great to have both of you here, and many congratulations on the award, Konkona. First of all,
the New York Indian Film Festival.
Yes, and it's fantastic. Tell us about, that transition from being an actor to becoming a director. What was it like?
You know, it's very hard to say because A, it's just happened, and B, because there was no plan, as such. There was no real plan to become a director. It's just that this particular story I'd known from my childhood, and it had stuck with me for a long time. Until such time that I felt, I felt compelled to kind of have to write it down and tell it, and I just felt that I have to do this. So I don't even know if I'll do this again.
But was it more challenging than acting? What was different about it for you?
It was complex. It was many things. I think it was definitely challenging. I mean, every day there were tremendous challenges, hurdles to overcome. But also it was liberating hugely. It was very freeing and really creative. And
you were in control.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't put it like that. I don't really think I was in control all the time, because there are things which are not in your control. But yeah, in many ways, one was in charge of creating a specific world, and that itself is great. And also, as an actor, I just feel like our bodies belong to our characters. So sometimes when I'm on set and there are like assistants who are just like wiping their hair or their skin and things like that, I feel a certain envy. And one has command over your own body if you're not in front of the camera.
So what was it like to work with her as a director? I read somewhere that you said that you felt that you were in good hands with Konkona.
I think she's totally lying. She was in control.
Control freak or in control?
That, of course, we did a workshop before we went anywhere near the film. Before that, I did 2 auditions for her.
Auditions in the sense that she looks very young, and I wanted an older fatale.
But what I mean is, I think she's very specific. Even when it came to look tests, to costumes, she was there for every look test and costume, which I don't think most directors do. And maybe that's that's definitely not been the case. So I found that you were really interested in all the details, which
I thought that was the norm, actually.
Well, which is great.
Well, that's why an actor should be a director.
Have that kind of detail.
Tell us about the film itself. I mean, just give the audience a sense of what it's about.
It's hard because the whole film is a mystery, so we can't reveal anything because it would reveal the mystery of the film.
Nicely sidestepped.
Yeah, but it is a mystery.
It's set in 1979.
Yes,
which is interesting.
The basics.
Yeah.
It's set in 1979. It's set in Ganj, which is it was in Bihar. Now it's a small little village in Jharkhand. Ganj was, I don't know how much detail you want, but it was a small town which was set up by E.T. McCluskey in 1933, and it was an Anglo-Indian haven. So it's a very specific cultural kind of setting. And then after independence, a lot of the Anglo-Indians left. And it was and there were a lot of the Adivasis over there, the Oraoni tribal people who used to live with the Anglo-Indians, and a lot of Bengalis.
Adivasis. But yes,
that's right.
Yes.
So let me just ask you about that whole censorship question, because you've dealt with that already in the recent past, and the point is we actually have a film certification board. It's not supposed to be a censor board, but what would you like to see change? I mean, do you think we need it at all? It needs a complete overhaul. I mean, right now it's into this very ridiculous realm where pretty much anything is censored at a whim.
I mean, I don't think we need censorship in a democracy. I do think that a certification board should be just that, especially once a film is adult rated. It's up to an adult whether they want to watch it. We're not forcing an adult to go and watch a certain film. It's really the choice of an adult, and that's what makes you an adult, that you can make choices. It's like saying, you're not going to ban one thing for everyone. Some people do certain things and some people don't. So I believe that definitely should change. But as far as I don't know where we are at
as you
right
said,
now.
it should be certification where you grade films
Yeah.
as opposed to cutting out and deleting scenes. And I mean, Konkona, your thoughts on that? I mean, especially with everything that's happened with Lipstick Under My Burqa, for instance. You know.
I agree with Kalki. Of course, I don't think there should be censorship at all because, you know, we're adults who are choosing who we choose who we marry, and we choose our governments. So I think that we should be able to choose what kind of films we want to watch. I think though the guidelines need to be re-examined, because even my film Lipstick, of course, hugely so, but even in this film, even though it's got an A certificate, Death in the Ganj, there are some minor cuts, and I wonder, wow,
Like
there's
what?
no. Well, I don't really want to say because it'll, you know, give out things about the film,
But
which
I mean, is
people
it
haven't
because
watched.
of something that was said or a particular scene?
The guidelines need to be examined. I think because, you know, the reasons we were given, that, you know, whatever it's for a child or for women or whatever whatever the reasons
It's
are, there's certain
irrelevant
guidelines
to the
I
fact-
think are quite
Yeah.
old-fashioned.
Yeah.
So they need to be re-examined. So they need to be made contemporary and brought up to date. And
But
I don't know what's happening with the Sharma committee actually about that.
But that's something that's actually still stuck, apparently. You know, the other thing that's been interesting, and Kalki, I'll ask you about that first. You know, Abhay Deol's been in the news because he's been saying a lot and writing a lot about fairness creams and fairness cream ads and this whole obsession with fair skin. And, you know, we on NDTV also have a campaign, and we don't show advertisements of fairness creams. Where do you stand, you know, on that debate?
Yeah, I think, you know, one of the first ads I was offered was a fairness cream, and I refused to do it because it doesn't make sense. I am Caucasian. I didn't become fair.
Because of that
I
cream.
was, you know, it was
So
a
you were offered
genetic
the
thing.
ad.
Yeah, so I didn't want to do it. I also don't think that that's the idea of beauty. But you know, if you go abroad, everyone's obsessed with tanning creams. So, you know, the advertising is selling
But you think
products.
Abhay was right to call out other actors like Shah Rukh Khan, Vidya Deepika?
I
I mean,
think
some of them took a lot of offense
it's
to
his
it.
choice
Yeah.
to do that.
Do you think
to voice
as
his
responsible,
opinion.
as actors, you're also responsible for what you promote or products you promote, and that there is a sense of responsibility that comes with that, do you think?
I mean, you have to be ready to live with the choices you make, of course, because you're a public figure, and what you have to stand by, you know, what you represent. It's like you think twice about what you post online as well, because, you know, you are going to get certain kinds of feedback. So you have to be pretty confident about what you want to say on the subject.
And then, therefore, if you're endorsing it, then you should stand by it. Konkona, you said that Bollywood is, you know, the film industry is just really obsessed. And this is a quote that Bollywood, I wish it weren't so obsessed with youth and beauty when it comes to women. That seems to be true of even Hollywood.
I think it's generally true of the world, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, it's so commendable that NDTV doesn't show any fairness ads.
Yeah, we have a campaign.
That's fantastic, because I think the onus is on everyone. You know, I mean, equally, of course, the actors, because they're very visible, but also, you know, like production companies, production houses, or, you know, directors, they should as well
also
say
a very good
that,
point.
yeah,
I think
that
many
we are
times
not going
actors are supposed to be the lead runners
we're not going to participate in the economics of this.
Yeah.
You know, that we are not going to make this a more
Yeah.
profitable situation by participating in it. So I think that's amazing.
So you think Abhay was right to call out certain actors
I
for the
haven't
way
followed
that
it very closely, but I think he was bringing attention to a very important issue. I'd have to look at the posts exactly to.
So what's next for you? I mean, do you think you'd want to direct another film? You don't rule it out?
I might, but I'm thinking. I don't know yet.
You're just
This whole newsroom is like, it's like on another level, right?
no. I mean, if you want to make a film on television news, believe me, it's a very entertaining time to do that.
No,
Trust
I don't think
me.
I'm up for it at all.
So, Kalki, what about you? What's next for you?
I have, well, Death in the Ganj firstly is releasing on the 2nd of June.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
We said that 2nd of June. We said that. We
And
said that.
then I have my first web series that I've just finished.
That's right.
Which is based on the Goan mafia and the sort of the corruption in Goa and things like that, where I play a Portuguese Goan DJ.
The web series concept is interesting. I mean, you think it's something that's really going to pick up?
I think it's a very new medium right now in India, and I think there's a lot of world competition if you look at Amazon and Netflix and the quality of work and the budgets that they have for, you know, web series there. We have a lot of catching up to do, but I do think that content-wise, people are really ready to experiment in the web series world. Let's see. I think the next few years will say how it goes.
People enjoy watching Netflix. So maybe this would work as well. Great to have both of you in tonight. Thank you very much, and good luck with your film. Thank you so much for joining us.